What is up guys, welcome back to Telling Time. In this video, I'm heading out to central London once again to look for some cool new releases that dropped recently. If you enjoy my watch vlogs, make sure to let me know in the comments, drop a like and subscribe to not miss any new uploads. My first stop was Battersea Power Station. Battersea Power Station was recently developed in 2022 as a brand new luxury shopping complex, and I think it's a great place to go watch shopping. The first store I visited was Watches of Switzerland, and starting with the Zenith Chronomaster Sport. This model with the blue ceramic bezel and monochromatic subdials is a Watches of Switzerland exclusive that I'd never seen before. The watch was produced as a limited edition of 100 pieces to mark the centenary anniversary of Watches of Switzerland. To be honest, I really like this model with the monochromatic subdials instead of the typical tricolor Zenith subdials. And yeah, this definitely let me see the Zenith Chronomaster in a different light. Next up was the Zenith Pilot Automatic. This is Zenith's new generation of pilot's watch. Black PVD 40mm case with an in-house El Primero automatic movement. The coolest function of this watch is the big date at the 6 o'clock that flicks like an old calendar board. It was definitely satisfying to actuate the date on this watch. And yeah, I think it's a really cool watch with this maxi numerals and pilot style hands, even though the price is pretty hard to swallow. Next, I had a look at a couple of Grand Seikos, starting with the SPGX 355. I didn't know that Grand Seiko had a 37mm quartz version of the Snowflake, so this was pretty cool to see. And I was actually really surprised to find out that the piece was made in titanium, because the finishing looks so much like steel, but I was asking why it felt so light and was told it was a titanium watch. With the super accurate quartz movement, great 37mm case size and amazing finish all round, this is definitely a cool piece that's found its way onto my radar now. Next was the Grand Seiko SPGA 413 Shunbun spring drive model. This is another great model with the cherry blossom dial and again really light in titanium, which surprised me. To be honest, prior to this I wrote off Grand Seiko as overpriced, but this experience really opened my eye to Grand Seiko and what they offer at the price point. And as a bit of a spoiler, I'll be going for a short holiday to Japan soon, so I'll definitely be keeping my eye out for Grand Seiko there. And finally, I was lucky to see the new 31mm Rolex Oyster Perpetual in store. The new Pastel OP range was released from Watches and Wonders 2025, and in person, I really liked it. I thought it was a really fun and elegant new colorway to the range. Next, I headed over to the Tudor Boutique to check out the new Tudor 1926 range. This is Tudor's first Moonphase watch, designed in collaboration with Ambassador Jay Chou, and there's 3 new variants in the range: blue, champagne and black. The watch comes in at 39mm by 10mm stick, with a new in-house caliber T607-9 offering a Moonphase complication and 38 hours of power reserve. The dials are sun-brushed satin finish with applied numerals under a gently domed sapphire crystal. And I have to be completely honest here, I didn't really like these watches. While I get what they were going for, I think the dials look really flat and unflattering for a Moonphase, and I didn't like any of the colorways apart from the blue. But don't take my word for it, make sure to check it out for yourselves. While I was there, I also had a look at the 34mm Claire de Rose. I was mainly interested in this watch as I thought it would be a good one for the missus, and to my delight, she really liked it. 34mm by 11mm stick case, with the caliber T601 movement and a beautiful guilloche center dial with Roman numerals. I think that this is a really elegant option for ladies with that gorgeous shade of sunburst blue. And finally, I had a quick look at the Tudor Royal, another line that I had not paid much attention to before. The Royal is Tudor's line of integrated sports watches, and to be honest, again, I didn't really like it, as I thought that the fluted bezel and Roman numerals were a bit counterintuitive to a sports style watch. My last stop at Battersea was the IWC Boutique, and although I couldn't get much footage at the boutique, let me tell you, it's one of the best presented boutiques that I've ever been to. I was at IWC to check out the Portofino, a line that I had not noticed much before, but caught my interest after seeing photos of it online. This is the Portofino Chronograph 39, coming in at 39mm by 30mm stick and with 50m of water resistance. The Portofino has an in-house automatic chronograph and a bit of a kettle-shaped case with uniquely downturned lugs. The watch was nice, but it didn't really stand out to me, and I thought it was a bit tubby with that automatic caliber. And this is the 40mm Portofino Automatic, a 3-hander version with the same kettle case, a blue sunburst dial, matching date wheel and rose gold applied numerals and hands. I actually like this model a bit more as a classical dress watch, and I thought it looked pretty smart. This is the Portofino Automatic 37, which fits me nicely with the 37mm case, but this line seemed to be more aimed at ladies with its diamond markers, which was a bit of a shame. This is the Portofino Complete Calendar, a perpetual calendar Moonphase version of the Portofino, coming in at 41mm by 12mm stick, with the 72-hour power reserve Moonphase perpetual calendar movement. I thought this looked really smart as a grand complication dress watch. Overall, I'm still a bit undecided as to how I feel about the Portofino range, but looking back, I think that it's a great option for a more affordable luxury dress watch compared to other high horology brands. What do you guys think? After the day at Battersea Power Station, I visited the Longines store at Covent Garden again, which is always a pleasure every time I visit. First up, I looked at the all-new Longines Spirit Pilot, now in 39mm and missing the 5-star certification on the dial. The watch sports the same movement as its predecessor, but with the refreshed 39mm by 47mm and 11.5mm thick case. I saw the watch on the new rubber weave pattern strap, which I thought was a cool idea as it lets the 100m water resistant watch be ready for action as opposed to a leather strap. The watch has a gilt dial as opposed to the monochrome dial of the previous version, and coming in just £300 more, I thought it was a great refresh of the Longines Spirit. I compared the new model to the previous 37mm model, which I thought fit me well before, and I found the 37mm model feeling a bit cramped in comparison now. Next up was one that I was really looking forward to, the Longines Spirit Flyback Chronograph, finally in a decent 39.5mm size, and with a newly developed in-house manual wind flyback chronograph movement. The watch had a great size at 39.5mm by 47mm and just 13.5mm stick. It also has a gilt dial with bidirectional rotating ceramic countdown bezel. I thought this was an awesome piece, although my only critique would be that the dial does seem a bit cramped with the cut-off numerals. And finally was the new Longines Heritage Ultrachron Classic. This is the 37mm variant, which I thought fit me really well, and this watch kind of caught me by surprise. The watch comes in at 37mm by 44.6mm and just 11mm stick with a beautiful sun-rays silver dial and box date window. And yeah, it just gave me heavy vintage Grand Seiko vibes, and I thought it was really neat overall. And last but not least, I went to see a bit of a hidden gem in central London, Vertex Watches. For those of you who don't know, Vertex is a legacy brand from 1912 who supplied 30 dozen field watches to the British military in World War I and II. Nowadays, Vertex is revived as a small family operation for those who are in the know. First up, I had a look at the M100A field watch in an updated 40mm size and mil-spec case. The watch measured in at 40mm by 49mm and just 12.2mm stick, with X1C3 luminova that glows super brightly. It's also powered by a top-grade Sellita SW260-1 movement. It's a bit hard to explain, but in person, the watch just felt super solid and well designed, and I honestly really loved it. A lot more than I thought I would. Next was the M36 field watch, a faithful recreation of the 1944 model, as you can see with this side-by-side comparison here. It was really cool that the sales assistant has some vintage Vertex models on hand, so you could literally see the history of the brand on display. The M36 comes in at 36mm by 46.5mm as per the original Dirty Dozen specification, and with the classic field watch layout, and again the reliable Sellita SW260 movement. The X1C3 lume on the watch gave the numerals a bit of a green hue, but as you can see, the lume performance was amazing. The watch also came on a cool steel stretch band. And yeah, I can't tell which one I like more, the M100 or M36. What do you guys reckon? Next up was the M60 Aqualion, the 60 Atmos diver, sporting probably the brightest lume that I've ever seen on any watch. This blue model is a limited edition of 50 pieces and a tribute to the shores of Sicily. The M60 Aqualion is a serious dive watch with 600 meters of water resistance in a compact 40mm by 49mm case, and also with a great bezel action. I thought this was an awesome dive watch, but maybe a bit too over-engineered for my personal liking. And along with the blue model, they also have a black date version. And last but not least, I saw the MP45 Monopusher Chronograph, which had a cool story of being a commission design for a bomb disposal during World War II. I thought this one was also a really cool and unique design with a solid build. But that was it for my watch shopping in London. I had some really eye-opening finds in this episode. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to let me know what you thought and like and subscribe for more unfiltered watch content. And as always, I'll see you again next time.